What the fuck am I looking at? Some of these gifts are not right. Definitely not right. Get all the yawns out. Actually, I should test if the chat's working this time. Test. Okay, it's chat box is actually working. Yay! The bare minimum. Alrighty. I got 3 Malona bars, and I'm ready for a good time. These things are, God, filled with the taste of my childhood. They're so damn good. Flavored by pure nostalgia, Malona bars, I swear to God. It's bad. I shouldn't have this many. But I'm gonna. Whatever. Today's a Sunday. Treat yourself. And Juno, meowdy, yahoo, how you doing, cutie? Welcome, welcome. Pretty much continuing where we left off, but slightly forwards. We're at the new base, new place.
Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
Who was in the mess? What's happening?
Welcome back, Sid.
So weird that people are calling us Sid.
So we can call it a morning. Almost done.
This whole operation runs off a crap ton of carpenters.
I seen schoolboys swing harder.
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosmos. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Wait, am I going alone? Am I leaving them behind? The fuck? This whole area is new to me, so I don't know what I'm looking for anywhere.
It's Sid.
Staying long this time?
Looks like we took the old, we took a different airship and that like sunk into the water and recovered into it.
As hither yon dance autumn winds atop the rotten pier. Of Sid's return the faithful sing across the blighted mere.
Ooh.
Does that one have blood on it?
You look like you could do with a drink.
You can buy a round for the hall?
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
You can buy drinks
And
for
what
yourself?
can I do for you?
Has it really been 5 years since we left the old place? How time
I
flies.
remember it like it was yesterday.
Well, oh, she's not voicing the rest of it. And a voice crying out for Sid to save us in the midst of it all. Don't forget those
You're
cries.
our leader now, Clive.
Palmer may promise me that Sid will save us. Oh shit.
Go on then.
Ooh, limit break generation increase. Limit break generation amount. Automatically charges magic spells. It maintains the charge until cast. Ooh, that's actually really cool. Elixir, full restore. Jesus.
Is that all?
Oh man. Oh boy. First of all, as much as I want to upgrade the other stuff, we should max out Limit Break first and foremost, and then now we'll build into these. Ooh, Rama Judgment Bolt. Yo, sex. Honestly, sex. The irony that I'm not gonna bother with any of the defeat abilities. Actually, maybe I'll pick this up just so that I don't have to use Thunderstorm. I'm not really interested in Thunderstorm. And Rubber, what's up, King? How you doing? Yeah, honestly, I am debating on Ignition. Actually, I'm not really a big fan of Thunderstorm. And Juno, thank you for the head pats. Mwah. Yeah, let's do it. Wait, can I only use it instead of Phoenix ability? Hold up. That's not what was advertised. Oh, you have I have to master it. Ugh.
Clive, you're back. You didn't happen to run out of potions while you were away, did you? We've a fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Oh, perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
Back, are ya?
Time to build most OP build with Rama. What's the most OP Rama build?
What do you want?
The 11 bolt.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine.
The new Sid sword. Oh, I'm already sad looking at it. Lightning Rod plus Will of the Wikes? Why, what does that do? Do you just put down Lightning Rod and just have Will of the Wikes just run into it constantly and just dot everything the fuck up on the field? Is that what it is? Yep. Oh my lord. I can see that working too. Is there a way to like reset just one ability? Like just pull the points out from one ability? Is there, or do you have to like hard reset all abilities all over again. Because that's the one thing really, like, fucking pissing me off about the system. Works with any multi-hit. Hold square. Aha! Okay, there we go. Naruhodo. Alright. Let's give it a go. Should work with ignition too. I don't know if it would help you, but you can also rearrange icons. Yeah, I'm seeing that.
This plank will have to be replaced.
Nearly half the crates were lost to bandits.
But half weren't, and their contents will see us through the season.
You have to look at the positive side.
Good day to you, said.
Dude, this place is hella sick. I'm so happy that they, like, built themselves on top of a fucking airship.
Until I finish my songs.
Well then hurry up and finish them. We need 3 for curling geese.
It's nice seeing the kids getting educated. Book of Sums. So, math. They're being taught basic math. I mean, that's pretty important to not be cheated, so...
No one
Oh.
works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole storm and ash, and you won't find a better man.
Who's Otto?
Lady Tyre is performing a delicate operation and must not be disturbed. I'll let her know.
Oh, I remember him now.
Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any
I've
interest in
been
coming
for a
with
while,
us.
haven't been streaming for a
No
while.
one seems keen
Good.
to join hands with an outlaw.
I'm enjoying it.
Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs
The only
me,
thing
I'll
that
be in the
pisses
map
me
room.
off is that this isn't a Souls game, but actions will lock you out of being dodged sometimes. And I'm
Still
just like,
can't
fuck
figure that
you!
There must be
I
better
get it,
places
but
in the
like,
hull of a
it's
gutted
my fault.
airship
But
to
at the
bury
same
your
time,
nose.
dodge if I hit dodge, damn it!
Yet this is what she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Oh! The Moogle followed us here.
I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Like a hyper armor unload? Yeah,
Back from your
usually,
mission?
yeah.
I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor?
Who the fuck
Could
is
it be
she?
that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins.
Yeah, but now they're surrounded on all fronts.
The was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind.
They're gonna learn the German way, bro.
The Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
Yeah, no, like, claiming new land, taking care of your people, that's great and fine and all, but...
Do you not fear for your home?
Now you're surrounded on all sides, motherfucker.
Dark are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
All right.
Everyone seems so happy to see us. It's good to be home.
Everyone's so traumatized. I want to just give every member of the main cast a hug, bro. Also,
I am a tinker by trade, but I've always been fascinated.
Jill and Clive just, seriously, they just need to fuck. Holy shit.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
On Gods and Men, the findings of an Aximander of Canver, a renowned theologian who spent most of his life chronicling Valestia's diverse religious history.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same, but alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts.
Oh.
That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
More
I fear
books.
it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tough old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kubo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
And yet, there is one on board
The
still.
twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
How good it is to see you, Clive. I have compiled some new entries.
Giga Chad Maximus as Titan.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
A scholar and strategist. Ninetales. Blah blah blah. Let's just follow the hideaway. Bestiary. Typhon. Ultima emerged from Terran reality wearing the skin of Typhon, a withered and wizened colossus. Let's try to make him a vessel. Misters of the Realm. Crystal rations. Shards of crystal, small enough to be held in the hand. Barriers. Ultima's Thralls. What is Ultima himself? They don't really seem to have anything about it. Mythos. The name by which Ultima addresses Clive. Vessel for limitless power. Vessel. Name that being known as Ultima gives to Clive. Synonymous with Mythos.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Old Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was
Mithril, a mineral most mighty.
the invincible.
Ultima is Ultima. So helpful. What happens if I buy a round for everybody?
Not bad, Blink, and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself.
You should.
And
You
it's all
owe them
thanks to you,
proof.
Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Just that blackthorn made me a new one.
Welcome back, Sid.
A round for the hall.
As if setting our people free wasn't enough. Good news, everyone. The casks have been liberated. Here's to Sid.
I don't actually get to see my character drink. Sag.
Oh, keep your mug handy.
Probably because, you know, younger players can play this game, so they don't want to see, they don't want to show off Clive drinking. What guild do I got?
Well, don't just stand
Is
there
it rated M?
gawping. You got out else? Is that all? Is it business or pleasure?
God, Channeler's Whisper seems like hella cool. But I need to buy the other thing.
You'll not
Fuck it.
find a better price.
I'm
than
gonna
that.
preemptively buy it. And then, Ah! I don't have it right now, but I'll have it later. I'll have it later.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
Wall of Memories. The Oath. That seems to be the only thing I have on there for some reason. The fuck? Really? That's it? A reading table. Republic's play. Republic army marches on the Empire twin side, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're up to where I might return. Gav.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
Chance for what?
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to
Wait,
waste
so we
such a
know
precious
that
gift.
Joshua saved us now.
He did. He was there.
Oh, it's because we have the feather.
It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
So he actually remembers that. It's a little surprising, actually.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
And then they both just fall over poisoned. Fucking imagine. Meanwhile, Joshua!
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all.
He says that
We were
like he
just
caught us
discussing
fucking.
strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing.
What?
Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Not Martha. She's done nothing wrong.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
If something has happened to Martha, we need to speak with Otto.
Yes, there is a separate door out this way. Hey. Okay, well I can't traverse that way though. That's a little awkward.
Clive, is everything all right?
Keeper of the stores. It's Vivian. Okay, what is your deal? What
And
is...
how may I assist you today? What is it that you wish to learn?
State of the realm. Grand cast. Situation map.
Here you are.
Rosalith is sending the ducal army up towards the Phoenix Gate. Really? Oh wait, this was like at the very beginning. Oh. And meanwhile, the Iron Kingdom was sending reinforcements to Drake's Breath. The Night of Flames, where the Holy Empire invaded us and... Okay, oh, this is like the whole timeline with all the specific details. Oh, that's interesting. Drake decapitated, Empire's new domain. Creates a new home in Ben-Yur. Alright.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
If you need volunteers, just say the word.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastport, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, Old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing. Complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Clive, Sid. Cole and his men left earlier. I can have another party ready, if you deem it necessary.
Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
Where are the curse breakers? It's not showing me where to go next. I guess we're gonna have to make an exit. There's a side quest. Looks like on the way out, maybe. Face tracking. You wanna work today? You wanna function? All I'm doing is leaning back a little bit.
Welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rock for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Caulk and ball. Cock and balls. I see what you're fucking doing, video game. They made a cock and balls joke. I see what the fuck you're doing. Koji Fox. It's weird. Loading taking a little bit longer than usual. Okay. 어? 내가 보냈어. I'm like sending my resumes out to places, and like at that point all you can do is wait for people to respond back to you. And you know, family being as family is, why are you like just playing video games? You should be applying for jobs. I did apply. I'm waiting for responses. What do you want?
Easier than felling the forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
So this doesn't seem to be as... It's a little... a little specific. I don't dislike the combo entirely. It's not that I dislike the combo its entirety, but I also see the limitations in that they have to be like standing right inside of the thing. It's not so great for mobs. Yeah, it's meant for like slow bosses that don't move around so much. I can see it doing a lot of break for like, yeah, for staggered bosses, 30k staggered. Yeah, for real. I can see that. I can see that. I feel like that's like specifically only for when you fight bosses though. And you can't always see that coming, which is a little frustrating.
Find is one.
Alright, some pitcher wax.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name?
Like the Argonauts.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Well, that's nice. Oh, that's a lot of skill points. Badge of Might. Attack by 12. It's not too bad. To Martha's Rest.
What happened here?
Holy shit.
We need to find the others.
Fucking Imperials.
This place is messed the fuck up.
They'll have the old rest to answer to.
I'm sorry, Sid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
Harder. I'd rather not bump into them again.
Anything catch your eye?
Stones gift cuffs. Increase stones gift tonic duration by 30 seconds. Huh. Interessante.
That all, is it?
They've killed my bearer. I demand recompense.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
culling. Yeah, that's not gonna end well.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
And the worst part is that I'm sure their logic is, you know, more bearers are born, you know, they're a replenishable resource.
If those Orsons touch an hair on Martha's head, I'll kill them all
Look. Up ahead.
Martha!
Martha! Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Even from the verge of death.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Okay, I love the free full magic charge. It's so good. God, can we do something about how fast fucking the magic drains?
Very well. Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law.
And who the
to
fuck do you think
dwell
you
in
are?
Darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
That sounds like
How dare you
sophism.
speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Yeah, it won't. This is not gonna take long at all. Hey guys. That was easy. The tornado and Rama pair so well together. It does everything I need it to.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
What's that new resource at the bottom? Gouge cooldown.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
He might be alive, but I kind of doubt it. Not really seeing that much opportunity for it.
The abbot.
Yep, they slew everyone.
The bearers died protecting him.
Some of them broke and shattered
Holding
into
upon
ash.
what little magic they had left in their
Oh
bodies.
my god.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
He's dead.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose
What's
to
with
meet
the
it
bag?
on their terms. Fighting for those who fought for them.
We didn't just shove all their ashes in a sack, did we?
Threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
What's the new points that we're getting? Some sort of reputation? What? Notorious Smarts. Can earn them not only renown, but rare materials that can be used to craft new gear, blah de blah de blah, upgrade existing items. Okay. And mini Yaku lady.
Spotted us, Torgo. I say, the floating hurt. It's a floating eyeball.
Oh god. He doomed me! No, wait a second!
Forgive me.
What are you supposed to do if you get doomed? Cock and balls, bro. Didn't see the giant red AoE. I mean, okay. Admittedly, I did see that, but I didn't react to it fast enough. That was all me. But also, what do I do about the, Oh, that's how he's been running Doom. I see. Come on. That's not what I done. Okay, can't really dodge that then. God. My brain was so mentally preoccupied with the Doom thing that I thought it was gonna be like traditional Doom, where it just instantly kills you. That I straight up genuinely did not see the giant red AoE because I was trying to figure out, wait, Doom's ticking down, the orbs are disappearing, how the fuck am I supposed to handle that? My internal panic was too strong. that I missed the obvious. Give me a second, I gotta pee. Okay. I feel slightly cheated though because they're like, oh, it's gonna give you rare materials and shit. I certainly
needed that.
Don't feel like they gave me anything specifically rare.
That must be the bridge.
Doggo, I love you, but you're getting in the way. Here, take a pet.
That'll feel good, boy.
All right, now chill. Stop bumping into me while I'm trying to do main quest.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
Well, no, it's not.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
What is a curse breaker? I still don't know what a curse breaker is. Is it just slang for adventure? Like, what is it?
If you don't mind, Sid, I'd like to stay here with Martha. Just until she finds someone to guard the rest, that is.
Martha's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
Try not to move.
What's that?
Oi! You there! Don't just pass me by! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you...
Chocobos.
You heard me right. And not just any Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos.
It's true. Why, go on then.
Oh, let me guess.
There's
It's
a good one.
it's gonna be my chocobo from when I was a
Save
kid.
Whiteheart, and don't worry.
I'm sure.
And good luck to you.
Because everything's connected.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
Yeah, they're already bringing up Ambrosia, his old chocobo. It's gonna be his chocobo. That much was already obvious to me.
Without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
It is Ambrosia. She's got the missing eye from the one night and everything.
I presume. Do you know her, boy?
She's begging you to recognize her, man.
It couldn't be. Ambrosia.
Oh, reunited!
You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
A flock of
Thankfully they did.
2 other birds is nothing.
And not only that.
That's barely a flock.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are.
She likes the
Bird
compliment.
like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Ooh. Oh, the little eye patch for the eye and everything. Oh.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides.
I'm surprised that
we'll get along just fine without her.
they saddled up the other two as well.
Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind.
Oh, he was that that merchant.
Best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
I thought he looked a little familiar, but a lot of these NPCs have some same face issues.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
And I assume her flock will let whatever companions I have with me ride when... Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. Ambrosia's Tech. Displayed in Clive's chambers. A bespoke saddle and blind is won by Clive's childhood chocobo, Ambrosia. What? Ambrosia. Chocobo unlocked. Woo! So how do I use her? Yeah! And the flock members are to accompany, the other companions.
Run like the wind.
Woo! Yo, look at us go!
girl.
This is great. In the big picture, she doesn't feel as fast as like her animations really make her out to be. Because her animations are like so fast with her legs that it actually feels like I should be covering even more ground than this. But this is still really fast. This is still really good. Definitely a lot better than what I had before. So it's like not really, you know, a position of complaint.
That'll do, girl.
Seeing her just disappear like that is kind of jarring, though. Not gonna lie.
Not to move. You'll only make it worse.
How do? Thanks very much.
Alright, back to base.
Now, where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble.
Holy shit, Rosarian gold. Yes. Back to Canon Clive for a bit. Make him blend into the world a little bit better.
But none of the curse breakers have returned.
They'll be fine. Sid wouldn't be here if they weren't.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Which one is the question?
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord
He
Byron
loves
Rossfield.
traps
It was
confirmed.
7 high houses.
Big
Trade magnate with
Daddy
holdings in
Titan,
over 100
fucking a
cities.
little femboy.
Wait. Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Auto's counter is now open. What is this? Alliance reports, Patience Whisper, Hunt Board, earn Clive's renown, inspire nameless benefactors from across the twins to donate money or items to Clive's paws. Oh, okay, so it's just like, hey, here's like freebies to you unlock as you do missions and stuff situation. Alright, got it.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Those men didn't hurt Martha, did they?
I think it's all right to touch him.
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here, I'd have taken you for a madman. But no, here it is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Sid's own design. The other Master Sid.
What do you need? What's St. Fornian, dear? Anything else?
Oh, you guys can pet him. He's friendly. So now on the wall of memories, we also have Ambrosia's tack. Nice. A bird by any other name. Forgive me for my insistence on writing you these silly little letters. Would it be that we had more time to speak with each other in person? For every day we spend together, it feels like it must suffer another two apart. I'm gladdened by your unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You once told me that Yochoka would sacrifice herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find she spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never do change, do they, Clyde? Does she feel like she can't, like, be, like... Clive, you gotta not be so fucking stoic, man. Your wife feels like she can't communicate you with it, bro.
Chocobo, chocobo, why can't you fly? What good are your wings if you can't reach the sky? Flap harder, says bluebird, flap harder, says crow. Flap harder or into the oven you go!
That's a chicken, not a chocobo. Dumb
Did you
child.
come through the forge today? It smells like a still. It would explain Blackthorn's foul mood. All that pounding must be splitting his skull. And you say Sid built this place?
Well, one can't really build what's been lying around for several thousand years. But it was his idea we claim it for our own.
Gotta forget his name is Clive for sometimes. Can't explain. Nah, understandable.
Perhaps they're old enough for the sense of
how Hugo Kupka was able to prime that night 5 years ago, despite there being no ether in the Deadlands. Says here that while conjuring magics requires a bearer to draw ether from the air around them, priming requires a dominant to draw it from their very self.
Interesting. Almost accidentally spoiled something. No, I played through the game, and the thing is that, like, it's definitely a move from the the Odin side, right? For them, they don't give a shit that they defile the corpses of their own people, even if, you know, the king was sleeping with them. As long as they get their results, right? So even though, yeah, we did end up killing her because she went fucking crazy, they made it seem like we beheaded it and sent it to Kupka, even though we wouldn't bother ever doing that. Why would we make more enemies for ourselves?
What's the matter? The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean...
I'm the mightiest of all Mogul. I need to slay them all.
The people of Alastia are going through. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. And perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Thank you, Koopa. It's finally great to have someone who can understand me. View the hunt board. So, we've ended up killing the Ahriman. The Angel of Death in Clairview Sanbrec. Angel of Death. And Belphegor. A Wild Avis by the Broken Hill to Rosaria. Alright. Desiree.
Oh, Clive.
The patrons, does that mean...
Oh, no. That's still me. It's just, I still catalogue every item that arrives. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Talk of the Tea House. Your merry band of outlaws and dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We've gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. Respect. One is built on pride. Okay, I already have enough meteorites for now. But ability points are...
You earned
these are incremental. These aren't like purchases. Berserker Ring. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Ooh.
Come again. I may have more for ya.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Alliance
Here you
reports.
go.
No tasks.
Always something in there.
Without a ship to carry you there, Drake's breath might as well be on the moon.
That room's as ragged as goat's locks.
All right. Definitely need the range increase on this.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
Why can Clive barely jump sometimes? Sometimes he jumps so high, sometimes he, you know, man, he really do be a white boy. Even though I say that, but he's Asian. he's pretty Asian looking for a white boy. Alright. Let's save. Yeah, I wonder where we can go, guys. Literally the only place we have access to. Southern Rosaria.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dalmatia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Time to stick it to Titan? Not for a bit, it seems.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. If we visit as many as we can, and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
So close to a level. Okay, hold on. I can't wait until I get to rip Titan's powers away from him and get to laugh as the same thing that happened to his wife who happens to him as well. my favorite fight in the game, well worth the wait. What, the Titan fight or an upcoming fight to come? Aerial combos are a pain in my ass. I never fucking seem to remember that I have the ability to do so. Aerials are still fun though. Then again, I've almost got to the end of the game on PlayStation 5. Yeah. I haven't really built into aerials, so my brain doesn't think to use them properly yet.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
I am a loyalist.
Look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
Taxes. Or bitches. Or both.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right. I heard you the first time.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Cobalt tassels. Always by meteorites.
You won't be disappointed. Keep to the roads now.
They may be evil, but that armor's so
Excuse me,
cool.
but
That
what
armor
was all that about
screams
earlier?
villain, bro.
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to
Oh,
be dull as a
okay.
sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
The propaganda is real.
We're going hunting for outlaws. How'd you like that, boy?
Don't bring the dog into this. The dog will defend you out of loyalty, and then it'll die.
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
That's not good.
Run
That's where we're
along
headed.
now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
They're kind
Was
of
this
a
the
really
first
new
time
thing.
they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
All right,
Then
that's
we should
fair.
be on our way.
I don't even blame them, the old mayor, for that. They are being subjugated, and it is not easy. I do not
These
blame
people
them.
live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Nope, she'll kill you anyways.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
They don't have any practice of obeying, only buys time. But what else can they do? Yeah. What the fuck is a Fallen doing out here?
Ever since the Holy Tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Oh, come on! Don't let me whiff those so easily. Those things should be a little more magnetized. A proper lock-on for some of those, please and thank you.
More of my mother's men.
Nope. Get staggered out of that. No explosions for you, bitch. was alone, the poor bastard. Like how was he supposed to defend himself? All of his allies left their patrol to come fight us, and then died, and he just stood behind. I guess that was his fault, really, if you think about it. He was thunderstruck, for real. Thunderstruck! Dun, dun, dun. Thunderstruck!
Stay down. It's over.
Anything else up this way? This ain't blighted, but the rocks are dark to the point where it makes you suspect. Makes you wonder who the Fallen were. I need to pick up some help. I'm fallen and I can't get up. I need to pick up some like aerial comboable bonuses like the stomp and shit. I haven't ever bothered because there's so many like actual like abilities that are so much cooler like directly that I want, right? But like stomp is probably very handy. I can upgrade pile drive now. Feel like I should. The problem is that I want to keep my loadout flexible and geared more towards mobbing, because the majority of the game in the end is kind of mobbing. Like that. Did I go down the wrong side? I did. Okay, you know what? I forget you can even jump half the time. Honestly, it's slightly embarrassing to admit it, but fucking mood. That's an absolute mood and a half, bro.
Be safe.
Bull's horn braid. Increased lunge damage. Not really using lunge so much. Wait, I think I was in the right place. I think I'm just stupid.
Let's go.
I think I overreacted to where I was. Somehow, as usual. gotta be something else I'm missing here. Do need to cross that bridge, but maybe there's like a way up and around somewhere here.
You deserve a rest.
Or... aha. There's a pathway down here that I didn't really see, because I'm blind. Quest destination. Oh, hello. Nice ambush, nerds. Okay, this feels like a boss fight trap moment. I'm gonna use the bathroom because I need to use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Just gotta pee some piss.
Ooh. And Nick. Yeah.
Everything's so dark here.
Blood, Clive.
That is a lot of blood.
It's still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
We're travelers and not of that village.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
Well,
I'll show you a true
goodbye, y'all. Nobody expects the pocket tornado. How could you prepare for it?
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps.
Come back from Ad Hell and that line? Nobody expects the pocket tornado, bro.
Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Those are Old Hill's gates. We must hurry. Me immediately runs the other way. There's items and loot to be had. Who knows? Maybe there's even a hunter's mark. Speaking of maybe there's even a hunter's mark.
Enough of you are there.
Surprised you haven't talked to the Moogle about those? I have talked to the Moogle about the marks and stuff. I just don't know where to find everything yet. The world never ending. Sorry, I need to collect 50 sets of armor I'll never use. Yeah, pretty much, right? I hit the dodge button. Oh my god. I'm sick and tired of this shit. That took a bit more health for me than I thought it would. That's fine. Yeah, I feel like when I'm in that charge state, it's not a lot, but it definitely makes me slower.
Sully these lads.
those wyverns always catch me off guard. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but they always fuck me a little bit. I did not mean to do that yet. I dodged! I hit the dodge button, thank you very much. I also didn't mean to use the high potion, but there we go anyway. Yeah, no. Like, unless they're like bosses, you don't really think of them as bosses, right? So you kind of look at them and go like, oh, they're just like a trash mob, like whatever, no big deal. And then you fight them and you remember, oh wait, these guys are elite mobs. This is not the same thing. So many of these elite mobs around. I feel like there should be more somewhere. Some more enemies? Did you get them all? That can't be them all. Gotta be a couple more. Right? Huh. Maybe not. Come on.
No need to ride from here.
Welcome, stranger. There you are. Much obliged.
Ready, go?
Alright, here we go. Okay, well, it wasn't like 100% deep scour, but you know, we went up and down the length of the fucking mountain area here. You know, we looked around. We fought some wyverns. And some minor enemies too. We got what we can, you know, we got enough, I'm sure. It's lore accurate Ireland? Damn.
Be safe.
find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Oh my god! This is fucked. Some of them were done upside down, dirty.
This was my mother's doing.
But why?
What the fuck is wrong with her mom?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
Yeah, bitch absolutely needs to die.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
This is fucked. This is so fucked.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
What the fuck? How did you miss?
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
Man, this is so fucked. Also, me knows actual history. People did way worse. Yeah. Old school warfare is brutal, dude. Humanity is the biggest monster of all. Without a doubt.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Oh, who am I to sell my way?
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
You find no succor to the south, travellers, nor beyond the Buin.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
was like looking around for its partner and shit. I was like, there's gotta be one more.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
There's that one there. I want it.
Have mercy. Voice-rinsed dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, get enough for
Fuck off. Hang it, chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, away with you, filth. Back to your style. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
They're hard riding at this point.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
And let me guess, from them not being maintained for so long, there's gonna be monsters down in the tunnels.
Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Which possibly is worse.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
I think me reacting with cunty to all your posts is a really funny bit. Hey man, as long as you're having fun. I haven't minded once, so it's all good.
not abandon then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Alright, well, you guys asked for this, alright? I want you to be all aware. You did this to yourselves.
Not.
Cunty's a compliment. New gen term for Slay Queen, bruh.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh?
Oh, they're all former knights!
I knew not whom I addressed. You
How's
have naught
stream
to
going?
fear from
Going
us.
good. We met with my former knights, apparently.
Founder, it really is you.
I thought you'd be dead too, bro. Sir Wade, what's up?
Sir Wade.
The knight handshake! Yes! Yes, the forearm shake!
We can speak inside.
I kind of feel bad for beating them up so utterly now. Now commence gay sex. Dude, he's as old as my dad. I don't know about that.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers
Why
out
is
of the
that a
Imperial's
problem?
clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened.
I'll joke about Mills and Dills, but I myself are less attracted to them than some of my
Foul
peers.
work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her.
She was a viper
Her
from the
hatred for
very
bearers was no
beginning.
secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely
Haven't
even
you learned
cares
nothing
for
from
her own
Rome?
home.
All knights can do is gay
That much
sex,
has
and the
been
least
plain
manly thing
since
you can
the
do is
slaughter
put
of
it like,
Eastport.
like a woman.
And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head,
Perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves
Few
shields
more
have
years and I'll
committed
be
in
in
my
the
mother's
Delta
name.
age range soon. The no closer being a dad
be allowed to
anytime soon.
continue.
Oh, mwah. Poor
We
baby.
must put a stop to this madness.
We must.
I mean, not everything in life
So
is
let us
about,
go with you.
you know, having kids and stuff.
For the
But at
good
the same time,
of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
dude, our sword is like
And
fucked
we
up
at
looking
yours.
right now. It's covered in
So
blood and
wait.
dirt.
Let us do our duty.
With pleasure,
Kids
my lord.
suck. Never wanted them anyway. Low key fair.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud. I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
Flesh. Saw him once when I was your age. He had that same look in his eyes.
What is it you require?
Demon Tamer arm guard. Ooh. That's an
Will that be
upgrade.
all?
Crimson tassels. Always buy meteorites.
Of course, my lord.
Desert roses are new. I know we're gonna find them eventually, so I'll just buy like 15
Will that be
for now.
all? May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady
The
Jill and I make
Funkle,
for
yes.
Blood Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough. Now that I have you and Lady Jill
Ooh,
for company.
3 points and a literal 2% upgrade.
I doubt I could have done this on my
I mean,
own.
hey, look, an upgrade's an
Until we
upgrade.
arrived
I'll
on
take
Rosa
whatever I
Plan.
can get at this point. The game's not being very generous about item selection.
You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade,
Not like
the
old
bearers from
school,
Oldale have been
you
laid
know,
to rest.
Final Fantasy, where there's like
Very good.
every place you go to has like 4 different
Now
armors
make
to
ready
choose
for
from.
battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
So, oh, Wade travels alongside of us, and everything else. Nice.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
And
Since
if
they
being
burned
grind
their
enemies to
first
get
village,
6 drops.
We
It-
tracked
no,
down the bastards
sadly this
responsible
game
and
doesn't,
fed their
you know,
corpses to Stillwind.
16 doesn't run it like
Suffice
that.
to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Yeah, I miss when games are good. Yeah, 16 only drops upgrade materials. You find gear in a rare chest here and there. Mostly you buy them in the stores and or craft them with the mats that you gather. But even then, they're not like...
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
So yeah, for me, it's more of a matter of every little bit that I can get my hands on whenever they come out. Should be able to upgrade my other abilities a little bit. I do also like me the Thunderstorm, but I'm gonna upgrade the standard set of abilities first. For I saw how linear that map was and almost threw up. Well, more recent Final Fantasies have been a bit more linear until later. I don't see myself using these. It'd be different if I could change my loadout during a boss fight or just for a boss fight. I just don't see myself using them quite so much, so it's like hard for me to sit there and be like, yeah, I'm gonna... I'll get that for now. Twitch mobile is bare bones. Getting an at doesn't get the fancy highlight. Yeah, no, it's
now?
It's
I told
rough.
you. We bear a message for the Vicereine from the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog,
yes,
could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! Forestaria!
Forestaria!
Yeah, about that, buddy.
Your
Joy!
mighty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear. Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight that battle for them.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Oh, another
A
dragoon.
noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Begin shattering. Makes me man, lots of Dragoon fights in this makes me want to jump into 14 mess with my Dragoon for real. But I want to play like the Dragoon that I'm seeing like in the game, right? Like goddamn.
I don't see any more.
Nor do
I wanna replay Final Fantasy 14, but through like 16's combat and engine, bro. That's what I want.
Every
So
last
bad.
one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps.
14
Though I doubt
Dragoon
my
is still
mother
fun,
will
but
take
yeah, I
this
get you
loss
for real,
well.
for real.
She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
My favorite Assassin's Creed game was Odyssey. I hear a lot of people complain about Odyssey, saying that it was just like a copy of Origins. And I've seen plenty say that, like, yeah, sure, but the story stands on its
how
own.
long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians.
I saw AC and thought Animal
And had I known
Crossing.
of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
Rosaria is under Imperial control because our mother betrayed the country.
Appearances must be maintained.
And she became one of
Were
the
Vice Regency
Emperor's
to catch
quote-unquote
wind of Lord
wives.
Byron's involvement in
And
our
she
movement,
even had an heir
they'd
with him,
seize his
apparently.
estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
You've heard of mommy issues, but her mommy is just causing political issues? Yeah. Unless she betrayed, just not sure if it's a puppet government or not.
It's the mark
I
of the Guardians.
don't know.
Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know
On one
where
hand,
loyalties lie.
It feels like she's very in line with the Imperial, the Empire anyways, so they don't feel like they need to manage her like that, maybe. But on the other hand, she was always kind of a psycho from the fucking beginning, so it's hard to know.
Or the Lord Commander.
And mwah, best of luck at work, Cozy.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
What the fuck is going on? Are they play acting something that they did when he was a child? Back when...
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still?
The uncle barely remembers the lines.
Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
We have no context to this scene, only they do. It's so cringe, I love it.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
Worst part is that I could see myself doing some cringe play like that as a kid.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Absolutely, right?
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
I'm pretty sure she was this monster from the beginning,
Better
too.
or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of
Totally
obedience.
wasn't those kids pretending to do the art of
to
things?
aid Wade
Yes.
and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
It's
I'd
not
say no more
true.
about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
Lucky I'm a fool.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
He's having way too much fun with this.
Fun.
I love him. His uncle is great.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
Oh, poor Jill. Not our darling, not our baby.
I had become a monster.
It's okay. Modern society's into monster fucking.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do,
Double hand holding.
I'll be
Doubly
standing there with
lewd.
you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive.
This is giving me,
I need
I'm
to
leaving
atone
you to
for my
strike me down
sins.
if I return to being a monster
Only
vibes.
then,
Yeah, for real.
when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it.
Monster girl Jill, let's go. Have you seen Shiva? Oh!
No. Let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Shiva's been a childhood crush since I seen her in Final Fantasy VIII, boys. Alright? Damn. I was too young to understand, you know, the delight of a woman's body back then, but I knew immediately this beautiful thing was gonna do things to me as my brain chemistry became older.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
A new missive has arrived, too. Side quest.
I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first ton of worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it.
Why everyone got those black marking? That's their slave mark. We're a bunch of we're a small little society of you know, like underground railroad types.
Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn. But unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster. He's Torgal. And he'd take a liking to you too if you gave him as many nuts as Nan does.
He likes Koopa nuts for some reason. Well, I wonder what Koopa nuts even are.
Typical nobles.
Clairview, Sandbreck, and the Broken Hilt of Aria. I don't think I have access to either of those places right now.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched. What will it be?
The Iron Kingdom.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's, the mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it.
Where did the Ironbloods even come from? They don't seem to be natives.
As
That
you
is a
know,
hell of
the
a
Iron
nice
Kingdom
yeah.
rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No. the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island. And with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Typical nobles. I could have sworn we had a few.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster. He's Torgal. And he'd take a liking to you too if you gave him as many nuts as Nan does.
Okay. I was thinking about what to do with my gear, and I forgot what I was thinking about doing with my gear. I don't think there's any upgrades that I can buy. Off limits, I mean you. No other quests directly on the ship. Aside from Blacksmith's Blues. Hold up.
There are new billets being posted every...
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. But normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Same way they never heard about us, I expect.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. Now, every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going.
You got very angry real fast.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Don't stick your nose to maybe this is fine. I'm sticking
Karen.
Sid's nose in it instead.
You have a moment. Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe? Caer Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster. He's
Girl
Torgal.
needs a nap.
And he'd take a liking to you too if you gave him.
A little bit, maybe.
Typical nobles.
This music is so just chillax, it's making me veg out. I think that's the problem. Side quests do have the power to put people to sleep. Griffin called Dozmare. Caer Norvent west of Sanbrec. Broken Hill Rosaria, which we don't have, and Clairview Sanbrec, which we also don't have. But we do have Caer Norvent. So I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna use the bathroom, get water, because I need water. I'll be back.